Tonight, the National Weather Service is forecasting that a minor rainstorm is going to pass through Southern California. Will hopefully help with all the wildfires we've been having. It does pose a danger for people who live in the near burn scar areas. We have live team coverage. Tonight, we start in the Pacific Palisades. That's where Fox 11's Ed Lascos is live with more. Ed.
And Christine, lots of activity here this late hour, all rolling up and down Sunset Boulevard and PCH. Road crews scrambling at this point, bringing in the heavy equipment, bringing in K-rails by the truckloads, urgently getting ready for what could be the latest threat to strike the Palisades. Watch. Friday night, all roads lead to the Palisades, especially if they're big rigs loaded up with K-rails. Road crews busy here along PCH, working in the darkness and working on a tight deadline to beat the latest threat, an incoming winter storm, bringing rain and threatening hillsides burned barren, some even being held up by wooden braces.
You'll see K-rail being established to protect these areas.
Areas like this, just north of Sunset along PCH, these K-rails now up to keep the debris flow from reaching the ocean. Even the storm drains now covered over with sandbags. LA County Public Health now out with this warning, check it, to avoid contact with ocean water from Dockweiler to Surfrider Beach. It's a warning even more urgent now as there's already signs of fire contamination off the coast. Scientists from UC San Diego already pulling buckets of charred debris right out of the ocean.
As soon as you smelled the debris, it did not smell like a typical bonfire when you go camping. It smelled very synthetic. It smells, the first thing that came to mind for me was burned electronics. And obviously something that has that smell is likely to have a lot of things associated with it that we don't want.
Reason enough for miles and miles of K-rails set up at the base of the hillsides, a desperate barrier to channel away the mud, the debris, with a convoy of trucks bringing in even more of the concrete barriers, getting ready for the latest threat in the Palisades. Now you are looking live, something you see all along PCH. Those are, I'm looking over the sign over there, storm drains, obviously, but what I'm talking about are all the sandbags up against those storm drains, all the drains here, because the drains go right to the ocean itself, and the concern at that point is if you have the muddy flow coming down from the hillsides, that's the last thing they want getting into the ocean, getting onto the beach. So you have the urgent storm preps here in the Palisades. Also to the east, same thing going on in the Eaton fire zone. Laura Diaz waiting for us there live. Laura, to you.
And Ed, from Palisades to Altadena, there is great concern tonight. Of course, we need the rain, but it's just too soon for these areas that were hit so hard by fire.
Seeing all this happening and having another storm too, I don't know how we all can get through it, but you know, like they say, Dina strong, so we'll make it.
In the Altadena Crest area, longtime residents drove the burn scar area Friday night, still trying to grasp the immensity of the Eaton fire that burned a huge portion of their community to the ground. They know a new danger is on the horizon. A weekend storm expected to hit the Southland could trigger mudslides in areas where the fires left hillsides denuded of vegetation. Homes spared from fire could be destroyed by water and mud.
Are you here for sandbags?
Yes. Olivia Gutierrez spends her Friday picking up sandbags for her parents' Altadena home.
How many you need?
10 for me, please.
10?
Her parents are some of the lucky ones. Their home was spared. But with the scorched mountain behind them and destroyed homes beside them, now they brace for rain.
Terror, absolute, terror. I remember the Santa Barbara mudslides. I had friends that live up there in Montecito, and that's my next concern, honestly. It's if we have a big rain, I think we're in trouble up here.
But worried homeowners were not alone. Team Rubicon volunteers deployed to help lay sandbags throughout Altadena. They had a special focus on seniors and low-income people. By 5 o'clock tonight, most of those places handing out those sandbags were closed, but people we spoke to said that they felt they had taken the precautions they could. I'm Laura Diaz reporting live from Eaton Canyon, sending it back to you, Christine.
All right, how much rain will we get? Let's talk to Star Harvey about that to get the forecast for the weekend.
Yes, I do have those details for you here, Christina. I do want to let everybody know that our temperatures are on a decline. We did get very spring and summer-like warmth. It's come to an end. Moving into this weekend, you'll have those noticeably cooler temperatures developing. We have rain and snow on the way, just as you've heard us talking about throughout the day here. It does arrive as early as tomorrow afternoon and stretches through the area for most of us on Monday. It's also igniting a few watches, warnings, and advisories. Past Tuesday, we're expecting not to just dry out, but also be cool for the rest of the week. So we do have a winter storm warning in effect. This is going to be for that snow up to 14 inches at 4,000 feet or higher, but also those winds gusting up to 45 miles per hour. This is going to be along those eastern San Gabriel Mountains. We also have a winter weather advisory. This is going to be for the north and south Ventura County mountains, the 5 corridor, but also portions of Santa Barbara County mountains as well. And that's for that snow up to, I'd say, 8 feet. And then I do want to just let you know that we do continue to watch this flood watch, where we could see some of those debris flows triggered over our burn areas. More on this coming up, but for now, back to you.